So we just did a 8-mile detour for this picture. I hope it's worth it. We'll see you later. So we're driving through Mexico, Missouri. We didn't see anything really downtown that we wanted to shoot, but we saw this building, or grain elevator, I guess, next to the train tracks. So stopping here for our second photograph of the day. We're not going to show that.
I don't know. I think it's kind of funny.
I know. I don't think so. I don't know. It looked better from the road than it does now. There's just not enough color or contrast. Maybe if the sun was stronger, but it's just overcast. So we're driving past this, and we look over, and this reminded me of like the Bauhaus colors. I mean, it's missing the yellow, but we have the blue and the red, almost the exact same kind of colors that they used in the Bauhaus primary colors. So anyway, we turned around, came back, take this picture. It's just kind of a weird place. I mean, who designed this?
It's interesting. I want to know why they chose those colors.
The light is really good now. It's that light you get when it rains, but it's still sun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hopefully one of those is art. So we saw this shop here, Cuts and Styles, and what's interesting is the door on the left, and it's a staircase that goes up to the apartment above, and then we have this roof that's above the staircase. Just kind of funny.
I think it's pretty funny.
And here we're doing a still life. This is really tight shot of the flowers. You can see them. The pumpkins. Maybe a little bit of the red mushrooms on the bottom.
Oh, cool.
With the flowers. Might have to zoom a little.
Mm-hmm. I zoomed out a little bit.
With 61 megapixels, we can crop to our heart's content. We make a short pit stop at the historic French village of Rocheport and capture a few images of the 1840s architecture. In our second and third images, I am using the harsh, late morning sun to my advantage. If an image has too much contrast, I may underexpose the image by up to one stop to protect the highlights, and then bring back the shadow detail in Lightroom from the raw file. This is pretty much the same as what we did back in the film days, or if you're shooting film today, you expose for the highlights and develop for the shadow detail.
Next on the list is Fayette, Missouri. we decide to stop for lunch and walk around the town square that dates back to 1888. The old bank is now the Red Dirt Rag Company, a Western apparel store, with new businesses adopting the old architecture to make it their own. We are in a small town named Glasgow, Missouri.
This has to be the busiest little town I've ever seen.
I got it.
It's about, a quarter mile long, and it's one truck after another. Henderson's Drugstore. It's supposed to be one of the oldest buildings in this area. Okay, I'm trying to get an inside photograph of this old diner set up. It's like a 50s diner. So shutter speed is pretty slow. It's like around an 80th at 3200 ISO. So I'm going to stabilize the camera up against the glass. And that's it.
We leave Glasgow and drive alongside the world's first all-steel railroad bridge, which was built in 1878.
Driving along Missouri Highway 41, we noticed two more interesting photo spots. The first is a large family farm on a hill. At first, I wasn't quite sure about my photo composition, so instead of just one composition, I decided to take 4 completely different angles of this same farm. This exercise is a classic example of how different the same image can look by simply varying the perspective. In the end, we liked the 4th image the best. And in case you are wondering, Jasmine is looking the opposite way for traffic. We're driving along on our way to Boonesville, and we spotted this. Again, it's one of those shots, should you take it or not? But the light is so nice right now, I think we'll take it.
And finally, friends, we leave you with a friendly public service announcement. Don't overcook your muffins in the hotel microwave, or you may have a late night visit from your friendly fire department.